All right, welcome back to the Bobby Lee Bitcoin podcast. So today we have a very special guest, Katherine Lui, whom I met 10 years ago, right? Katherine today is the founder and CEO of two companies. One is called CanAsia. It's a CFO for hire service company. Yeah. And the second one is called CanCan. It's a accounting software company trying to make software to, replace accountants or to help companies and do all that stuff. Great stuff. Okay, Katherine. So tell us. Thank you for being on the show.
It's my honor.
Yeah. So
we are good friends.
Yes, and tell us how you got involved or how you got aware of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
It's because of you.
Yeah. So maybe share that story a little bit for the audience.
At that time, I remember like a younger version of Bobby, you. We were introduced by the fund, I think.
Yes, that's right. The fund that invested in me.
Like, get me in.
Lightspeed China.
I said, yes, could you please help Bobby out? I said, yeah. What did he do? And he said, he's doing something like Bitcoin. I said, what is that? And then so I came and you give me a whole lessons of the MBA of Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I got to know.
Yes.
But that was very, very early.
It was probably in 2013. It's when we first got funding. My last company, BTC China, we got investment through the Lightspeed China venture fund. And
because at that time I was helping a lot of US funds to do financial due diligence on companies. And after that, they will probably ask me whether I could give some help as a advisor, right? On how should they do this, how should they do that, and I'm happy to do so because I'm a fan of technologies, like new stuff, what's going on. I'm always like to jump into it.
Yeah. So Bitcoin, obviously now we know it's a financial instrument, investment, whatnot, or currency, digital currency. Back then, what was your first impression of Bitcoin? Given that you were in the sector of finance, given that as a company, as a startup, we needed help with finance, and I told you that we were doing stuff in Bitcoin. Yeah. Was it scary? Was it interesting? What was your perspective? This is 10 years ago in 2013.
Yeah, exactly. I can share with you exactly how I felt. I think it's like a new thing that is try to destroy most of the things that I've learned.
Okay.
In the past, I said, can it be real?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And at that time, probably I'm very, very skeptical, but I'm very interested. Right? Yeah. Just like you met someone, you really feel that he's the type, but you're kind of, no way, cannot be that. He's smart, he's fun, he's rich, he's handsome, cannot be that.
Yeah.
Because mom always
too
told
good to be true.
Too good to be true.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think this is how I feel.
Yeah. So in that sense, what was your perspective? Because we talked about just now that I offered to pay for some services in Bitcoin, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was renminbi around 11,000.
11,000 RMB.
Yes. Yeah. That is how much you owe me. Yeah. For a few months services.
Yeah, exactly. Small amount. You charge us very modest amount.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh, Katherine, what about this? I'll pay you 3 Bitcoins. At that time, it's those US dollar 400 per Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I said, no, Bobby, pay me the money.
Pay the money in RMB.
Yes, RMB.
Yeah, so you didn't take the Bitcoin.
No.
So even though I know you regret it, but I'll share with you two different stories. And so I was saying that this is not the biggest mistake amongst my friends, right? So a lot of people, in the early years, I had a lawyer friend who gave us legal services, and I wanted to pay them in Bitcoin as well. And
this is a trick you always do.
It's not a trick. It's a genuine thing. We had Bitcoin on our balance sheet.
No, I mean at that time, right? You never know. At that time, the reason
That's
why
true.
I didn't take it, of course, I saw it as a trick.
Oh, I see. Right? You thought it was a trick. Oh, I see.
It's not really a trick, but it's like, something too good to be true trick.
I see. Fair enough. And then so they charged me even more money. I was going to give you more Bitcoin, but they didn't take it. But the other truth is, even if you had taken the Bitcoin, even if they had taken the Bitcoin, it's not clear. And today Bitcoin is over $28,000, $30,000. It's not clear that you would hold it to today, right? A lot of times I have examples of a contractor I hired. I don't know if I should talk about this, but someone we hired as a contractor back in the 2013, 2014 days, and we paid them in Bitcoin, and then they
sell it.
They sold it.
Yeah.
They sold it all, almost all. And I was like, don't like keep it for longer. I tried them and they sold it to purchase something. So yeah.
Yeah, I understand. So I never regret it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Things like this happen all the time to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a CFO for hired, right? So I provide these kind of services. So there are many companies that I helped. They said, take my shares.
Oh, taking shares of the company. That's right.
And I said yes and no, yes. So I'm very used to it. And this is China, right? Anything could happen.
Yeah.
So I never regret. So I'm not regret, but I'm not regret. Yeah.
Understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So tell me, so in your realm of work, you've been doing these you've been helping companies with finances for more than 10 years. You've been in China since, was it 1995? So a long time. Where do you see Bitcoin and cryptocurrency or blockchains or digital currency? How has that intersected your professional life or personal life over the last 10 years?
Yes, let me share first my professional life. So now more and more people were asking me whether I could help them do the crypto accounting.
Crypto accounting.
Yeah,
right. So the company would have crypto, Bitcoin on their balance sheet.
We have three companies related to Bitcoin or like crypto. So one is purely investment. So they have a company, they hold investment, and then they ask me, okay, how can I declare tax in Hong Kong?
Yes. Okay.
Second one is using.
That's pretty easy, right? By the way.
It's not that easy.
It's just they invest in cryptocurrency. Now it's gone up in value.
Whether, based on Hong Kong tax law, is whether you hold it for a long-term investment or is it you are for trading.
Got it.
So if you are for trading, you buy and sell, then you should theoretically declare it to the government.
Of course.
So that is one kind.
Yeah.
The other kind is a company doing mining.
Mining of cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Is it Bitcoin or something else?
Bitcoin.
Okay.
So the actual operations is in Canada.
Okay.
Because we, the consulting firm, we have a branch in Canada.
Yes.
So they found us, and then we'll do help them doing the books in Canada.
And it's also
the investors are from Korea and Hong Kong.
I see.
So we do this kind of international accounting or like CFO services.
I see. Yeah. So in that second company, without naming any specifics, but they would mine Bitcoin and they would have the Bitcoin on the balance sheet.
Because electricity cost is very low.
Yes.
In Quebec.
Yes.
Right?
So they would mine Bitcoin. They would have capital equipment purchased for the mining machines.
Yeah, it usually will be leasing.
Though they lease it, so depreciation costs and all that stuff, and then they would mine the Bitcoin. Goes on the balance sheet. They would sell it and income and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have investors, so people still are very. They like to invest in this kind of industry.
Yeah.
The third one is building on the infrastructure of other cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
So they would do blockchain. They would do like things on top of the infrastructure.
Yes.
So we're also helping them as their CFO because they got also investment in the area. So I love these three kinds of businesses. Of course, we hope that the fourth one will be yours.
Yes,
the new company.
yes, ballet.
So it's
yes,
and also this is the current three. And in the past, I was also asked one time by BitMEX.
Yeah,
the
trading firm.
Exchange.
Exchange. Yeah.
Whether but that was many years ago. That whether I would like to be helping them out as the acting CFO too. Yeah. Like when they were really small.
Yeah. Now they've grown huge.
Obviously, I said no again.
Why did you say no?
Because I said I'm not that familiar with platform, and because they do derivative.
Yes.
So I'm worried that I have to value the derivative.
I see.
So it's not that area that I'm so familiar with.
But I don't think also the company holds positions of the derivatives.
No. But I didn't at that time. I didn't know because it's only happened later, right?
That's right.
When when I met you, I didn't ever know what you're going to do.
Exactly.
And now if a hindsight, of course, you say, "Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that," which I disagree because no one knows.
Yeah, correct.
Right. What's going on? So I but that is the BitMEX. I think I'm a big miss. I think bigger than your 3 Bitcoins.
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
because you know how much money they made.
Yeah.
And I could have been part of it. But I said no at the very, very early stage.
Yes, and this is Arthur Hayes and so on. Yes.
Yeah.
I see. Good. So how about personal life? Do you invest in cryptocurrency, in Bitcoin?
Oh, that's another story. It's so funny. Since I know you, I'm always trying to set up an account.
On BTC China.
Try to invest in Bitcoin.
On BTC China or on a new
on other things.
On
like,
exchange?
We try to be BTC China and also later on other things.
Yes, okay.
It's just that I don't have that the push, right? Because you have fiat, you have money.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of attraction that you can put the money in.
Yeah.
So there's never really a area that I have extra money because I am running 2 companies, right? So it's so hard to have extra money that I could test. Yes. But I have always wanted to be. And funny enough, about 3-4 years ago, when I think it's 14,000 or 10,000
US dollars per Bitcoin,
I was saying to my team in Hong Kong, they're all accountants.
Yeah.
I say, hey, I'm going to put just a little bit, right? 100,000 Hong Kong.
Buy 10.
Now I give it to you. Buy whatever.
Buy 1 Bitcoin,
Just buy. And after 3 months, I asked again, okay, where is my Bitcoin? I said, Catherine, it's too risky.
Oh.
Don't buy. I save you money,
Your staff told you.
Yeah,
my staff, my goodness.
I said, okay. At that time, maybe it's too high or too low, I forgot. But I think that is a true story, right? I think it's 2018, 2019.
You got denied by your own staff.
Yeah.
You ordered them to buy Bitcoin.
And I shouldn't say order. I said, because I'm traveling all the time.
Yeah.
I have spare cash in our company's bank account.
Yeah, you ask them to buy it.
I say, hey, please.
Buy it.
Put it in, buy it. I'll approve in the bank.
Payment. Yeah.
And then I forgot about it, right? and also some of my staff would have some money that he could mobilize himself too. So I thought this is the thing that he will have done. But after a few months, when I remember, hey, where's my Bitcoin? And he said, no, Catherine, don't do it.
It's too risky.
Too risky.
Well, it's true that it's very risky. I would have to agree that it's very risky. It's very volatile.
Yeah.
I think what people typically make a mistake, and this is a cognitive mistake, is that when something is volatile, they think something is risky. And when something is risky, they think it's not worth investing in. So it turns out there's something false about that, is because volatility does not equate to risk, nor does risk equate to bad investment. It's all about the return, right? If the return is high, if the potential return is high, then you can consider putting 1 egg or a few small amounts in it to potentially have that big gain.
Exactly, but tell my staff, because I'm not the one who actually did make the decision to invest. I was always wanted to invest, and in the times of volatility, we should invest little bit, like
there we
consistently.
Go. Yeah, it's called dollar cost averaging.
Yeah,
DCA, dollar cost averaging, very, very popular way to invest in Bitcoin.
Exactly. Therefore, but again, we were too busy because as a CFO, I have a few clients going for IPO in the US.
Yes.
So we are really, really busy. And, that's an excuse that you never really think about how to put in your money to work for you when you're sleeping. So I'm always like work, and then we gain more experience, and then we work again. So that I missed another chance.
Well, it's never too late. There's more chances.
I know.
The next chance starts next week.
Then I met you.
Yes.
In the lounge.
That's right. We ran into each other at the airport lounge, flying Hong Kong.
Yes.
I think it was in Shanghai Pudong Airport a few months ago.
Yeah, and now it's another chance that I could have another way to.
That's right.
To
so 10 years later in 2023. So here's my suggestion. I'll give it to you straight up, okay? Yeah. So no sugar coated. What you should do is when you go back to Hong Kong. By the way, China you can't buy Bitcoin, okay? But Hong Kong you can. Hong Kong has recently opened up. There's more regulation, more licenses being given out to companies and crypto companies to allow for the retail market, people like you and a company, to actually purchase and hold cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So I'm very excited for that. Go back to Hong Kong, tell that same staff, here's X amount of dollars, and this time really buy it, right, through an exchange in Hong Kong, whatnot, and then store it on a Ballet wallet. So I've given you one of these, right?
Yes.
So after you buy it, put it on here and then put this in a safe deposit box. And your company safe or a bank safe or whatnot. That's what you should do. And if you want a dollar cost average, what you could do is you buy an amount first, buy a small amount first, and every week or every month, put in the same dollar value, whether it's 10,000 Hong Kong or $1,000 or whatnot. And
but
do it over sequence.
Do I have to do this like every time? So you have to give me 3 or 4?
Oh, no.
Or just one?
You could use one.
So take it out from the safe deposit box?
No, you don't have to. This is a good thing about this wallet. This wallet is ready to go. It's got this QR code on it with the deposit address for Bitcoin. So once you purchase this wallet, and I'll give one to you, you put it in the safe. You'll scan it using our app. You'll scan this first. And then by scanning it, the app will remember the deposit address. And what happens is the app does not have credentials to move the money. Everything's on the card itself.
Got it.
So that way, if you lose your phone or someone looks at your app, they can't steal your money. Absolutely cannot, okay? But however, through the app and the address, you can continuously depositing more money into it weeks and months down the road without risking losing funds from it. So leave this in the bank safe, in the company safe, and then use the app. You can bring more money in.
Then I have to share another thing with you, which is good news. So now remember, I have a whole bunch of accountants, very professional accountants, and they don't want me to risk my money.
They don't want you to risk your company money or your personal money?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like, so remember that those great people?
Yeah. Those are the great people.
And I love them because they're in the consulting side. But of course, I also have a software, right?
Yes, that's right.
So the software side now is taking off as well. Because people believe in AI. And they also believe in human beings shouldn't really be doing things like that boring accounting, debit and credit thing.
I see.
So that one is also taking off. With that taking off, I have money to hire more people. So now I'm hiring a very good staff.
Yes.
And she said to me, I want to learn more about Bitcoin. I want to buy Bitcoin. Yeah. So I'm gonna.
So now I have this for you. This is perfect. I'm gonna introduce my book.
So you give me your book, and I also get it from audiobooks. So I'm gonna give one of this to her.
Yes.
And then she will help me manage my Bitcoins, right?
There we go.
And then for the software side, there will be a bunch of people so innovative, and they will be able to take and then start running my software and my Bitcoin investment. And also because the software, actually we are working on the cryptocurrency accounting.
Yes.
Because to us, cryptocurrency is just another currency. And our software already have like 20 kinds of currencies that we could handle. So we will put Bitcoin as another cryptocurrency as just another currency.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's very important. Yeah. So all your clients can benefit from that integration, right?
Therefore, if you have anybody complain to you their accounting software cannot do cryptocurrency,
go to CanCan.
Go to me. Yes.
Go to CanCan or CanAsia.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. So this is how we been we call it prospering in the last 10 years. We keep learning new things, and we try to put it back in the old world, right? Because if you continue to innovate but not understanding how the old world operates, it's very hard for the old world to understand.
Agree.
So you probably would need more of the traditional accountants who doesn't allow me to buy Bitcoins to continue to know more Bitcoins and share the value.
Sure, absolutely.
To the general public.
So you're well positioned. Hong Kong, I really have high hopes. I think
me too.
There will be more and more companies in Hong Kong, traditional companies, even real estate, even traditional banking or whatnot, even restaurants or whatnot, businesses. They can start investing in Bitcoin, holding it as an investment on their company balance sheet, and they can come to you. They can come to you for accounting services.
Yes, right? But I think the sad things was the latest news again about Binance and so on. So people are continue
scared
to be skeptical.
Yeah.
And also, although BitMax is doing very, very well, and of course they got regulatory we call it punishment or indictment, right? One way or the other. So a lot of us, even though we are in the industries, we are not sure exactly what are okay and what are not okay, and why the Bitcoins or the cryptocurrencies are always being spread around by news, by the media. It's always not a good thing. So that's always, it's hurting the brand, right? And I think this is something that maybe we need to work on.
Yeah. It's
true.
It's not something that you or me can change overnight. right? The negative perceptions. There is, like you point out correctly, recently there was Binance being sued by the US SEC, by the regulators, Binance US, and there's also Coinbase. A lot of companies have gone through the mudslinging. Most famously, FTX, the exchange that went bust last year, right? So I think that's a reality. I want to just emphasize to my audience that the reality is that crypto is such a new field. A lot of companies, a lot of startups, a lot of them are taking huge risks. They're risk takers, and it's a wild west. So they don't necessarily have the best regulation, and they're setting new precedent and doing things a new way. And when the old school comes back and takes a look at it, a lot of times it's not what they want to see. That's why you have the regulatory actions, the enforcement, and then some go out of business, some close down. So it's a little bit challenging. There's always that backdrop. But overall, I do want to clear it up and say that for me, I put my money where my mouth is. For me, Bitcoin is still a very promising investment. I think it's the future of money. It represents freedom of money. That's why I titled my book, The Promise of Bitcoin, The Future of Money, and how it can work for you. And the way it can work for you is it can work for you as an investment. If you invest in Bitcoin, it can work for you and deliver you many times your investment over the long term. And long term meaning 5-10 more years. So if you have that horizon, I think it's a no-brainer.
And also, to me, it's also a new direction of doing business. Like my clients using Bitcoin to do business, then therefore my software has to have a part of it. It has to be able to accommodate it.
Do you see any interest in blockchain, NFTs, or other aspects of cryptocurrency?
NFT, I'm not that of a fan.
Okay.
But for blockchain, I belongs to EO, like entrepreneur organization.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the current president for the Beijing Metropolitan Chapter.
Wow.
Therefore, I've been very active in the entrepreneurial circle in China. So yesterday, I attended the China East, that is the Shanghai chapter, with mostly Chinese entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And one good friend came to me and he said he really liked to see how I can help as a CFO service. He is doing a Web3 business.
I see.
So he is inviting me to join the blockchain group. And I already hold up my hands that I'm not an expert, but I would learn. And then he really wants me to go in and see how the blockchain industry could do better if they could find professional accountants who understand.
There we go.
How to do internal control, how to do things, to set it up in the right way. Of course, most of the entrepreneurs in China and probably in the world, since we earn our money by ourselves, we are easily invest in riskier thing. So we are willing to take risk. That's what I meant. Therefore, he is also interested in looking at opportunities to be helping more Web3 or crypto or blockchain business, or put it into the traditional businesses.
I see.
Let's say like electronic contracts, like blockchain contracts and so on. So this is something that I also would like to learn, because to me as an accountant, also I am a well-trained auditor, how can we trace all this happening is very important as a support of we issue a financial statement. So let's say, for example, we said we're going to have a revenue of 100 million. How can I prove that we have that 100 million right revenue? Then if there is a blockchain series of events, then this 100 million revenue is automatically vetted. Right? So again, it makes the auditor again
more comfortable.
Also in the long run, you don't really need the auditor.
Got it.
Right? Because it's already there.
Self-proving.
So this is something that I also put myself into situation. Okay, so I have been the auditor, the CFO, like to giving a credit to a set of financial statement. But with blockchain, actually everything, if the blockchain is working as well as it should be,
yeah,
then it's making us obsolescent again.
I see.
Right? So this is the beauty of new technology. We are making the old surface or old thing not useful anymore.
I wouldn't worry too much about making
I'm not worried.
finance accountants obsolete.
I'm happy about that. I'm not worried because that actually makes us become another level
of experts.
Things. Yeah. That's one
thing.
thing.
So tell me, so when companies come find you for accounting and audit and financial services, CFO services, these companies having, crypto, Bitcoin, Web3 background, what is their challenge that they can't get done from a traditional accounting firm, a traditional financial firm?
Most of the traditional accounting firm, they don't know about that. Like they
about
are
crypto.
Skeptical. Yeah, they're skeptical. They don't know what it is, how to value. And also in a lot of the industry, we have the special terms or how to use things, or let's say you could use the cryptocurrency as a stack.
Yeah.
Right? And then borrow or like use them and I lend it to you.
Yeah.
So how to account for such an arrangement? Right?
So
this is a very professionally innovative way.
Yeah.
So this is how we have to work as an industry. The good thing is I used to work for KPMG for 12 years. So I know a lot of people in KPMG and they are in the pioneer. They're the pioneer firms in setting up cryptocurrency related accounting policies.
Got it. KPMG is. I did not know that.
Yeah, and they have a very good German partner in Hong Kong who actually offer the audit service for BitMEX.
I see.
And they're also getting a lot of query or inquiries. So I'm very good friends of them. So they would let me know a lot of the newest news, how to tax, how would it be taxed, and how would it should be audited, who will be able to provide a valuation report.
Yes.
And all that, which is so fascinating because learning new things to me is the best way to live your life.
Yeah.
Right?
Growth mindset.
Yeah, so that is how I think we are well positioned again to help out to deal with these very, very difficult issues.
Yeah.
And normal, even though they're professional accountants, if they don't learn in that area, it's very hard for them to give accounting advice or doing an audit. Yeah. So because of my software, I visited over 100 CPA firms in Hong Kong. I think only 2 to 3 they tell me they would accept a cryptocurrency related client. Yes.
I see.
So that is a niche. And we know people's success because they are in a niche business. Sure. Right?
Sure.
So this is why I think, I love this area. But it's just that I can only make a profit when the population, it becomes more popular. Rather than now, like people... Yeah. You know what I mean.
So tell me about, in Hong Kong, what are the tax treatments for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? Are there any favorable taxes?
Now they don't have one yet.
Yeah.
But we're using the normal stuff. So if you
treat it like a regular investment.
In a long term, then if it's a long term, it's a capital gain. So if you hold it for theoretically more than 1 year, it's a long term.
Yeah.
So it's a capital gain.
And what is the capital gains tax rate? Zero. Wow.
Yes. So
okay.
Therefore, Hong Kong should be a best place to buy crypto.
And if you don't hold it for a year, consider trading short term.
Trading. Yeah. Of course, we can help you to argue with the tax bureau that it's not for trading. Our purpose is for long term. But suddenly, I need the money, so I have to sell it.
Okay.
So it's not just black and white saying, less than 12 months is a short term. No. But if you buy and sell, of course, then you have to declare it as a business
income. Business income. Yeah. Okay.
So our tax is 16.5. It's a normal income. But if you are a Hong Kong company, first 2 million is only 8.25.
I see.
So it's really the lowest tax rate.
Yes.
Probably in the world.
Yes. Everybody go set up a business in Hong Kong.
No. Everybody set one company and then make it to 2 million and then maybe set up another company.
Oh, I see. That's
I don't know. It's not my suggestion. It's just I saw people doing that. I said, can we do that? I don't know.
That's a little bit tricky. Yeah. And so what questions do you have for me in terms of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency investments and all that?
Yeah, of course I like to hear from you. after, like, there's a rumor, right, that Bobby Lee probably cannot even count how much money he has, because the Bitcoins is going up like crazy at that time.
I don't count it because it goes up and down too much, so I don't think about my wealth or net wealth or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so tell me.
So
more
the rumor
about
is sort of true. I don't think about it too much.
No, probably they took it another way, right? When you said you don't think it too much.
They think I have too much.
They said, Bobby, he has too much, and he couldn't count. It's too much for him to count.
Too much for me to count. Maybe more than 10. More than 10.
Yeah, that's one. Another, tell me more about your new companies. Like, what is your vision?
Yes, sure. So my company is called Ballet. We make these cold storage cards.
Yeah.
So this is I think you've seen one in person. So why don't you hold it and take a look? And it's a card made of metal. This one's actually a premium edition. It's gold plated. It's actually plated with real 24 karat gold. So it's real gold. If you have this in your wallet, this is probably the only genuine gold card that you have in your wallet. A lot of credit card, gold card these days are actually not made of gold. They're made of plastic. This one's metal, stainless steel with gold plating. And it's cold storage. What that means is that it allows people, anyone, it's made for all ages, to store Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on here with no setup, no complications, and allows you to store it offline cold storage. Cold storage just literally means you put it on a device that's not connected to the internet.
Got it.
If something's connected to the internet, it's considered hot. And hot is a sort of derogatory term. It just means it's dangerous. It's like hot. It's dangerous. It might be stolen. It might be hacked. It might be accessed without your permission. So if your computer these days with Wi-Fi, back then you connect with an Ethernet network cable. But if it's always connected to the internet, it's kind of dangerous because whether it's a firewall router, hackers can come in and sort of steal access to your computer, steal your password, steal your money, steal your Bitcoin. So that's the concept of a hot. So if it's a hot wallet, then it becomes more dangerous. So a lot of companies or individuals, if you run a hot wallet, it's considered dangerous. Whereas with cold storage, you could put your cryptocurrency and Bitcoin on here. By the way, this card, it's called the Real Series Real Bitcoin. It not just holds Bitcoin, it holds over 1,000 different types of cryptos and also NFTs, right? All the NFTs we support, even the recent newest Bitcoin ordinal NFTs. Okay, so with cold storage, you hold it here, and then you could store it for months and years and decades, right? I think we're the only provider where our product is designed for 20 years of storage. So you could literally store your Bitcoin in here and have it safely be held here for 20 years. And even if Ballet, knock on wood, even if Ballet is not here 20 years later, your Bitcoin will still be accessible because it's stored in an open standard. It's called a BIP38. It's an open standard. You do not need Ballet. You do not need my company's employees or software or algorithms. It's all open standard. You have all the private key credentials on here. And then whether it's in 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years, or 20 years, you can use open source BIP38 software or the Ballet app, the Ballet crypto app, and you can then retrieve the Bitcoin, and then you can sell it for millions of dollars, hopefully.
Got it.
But by then, millions of dollars will be worthless.
Worth nothing.
Yeah. And by then, everyone, these days, there's so many millionaires now, right? These days, if you want to be special, you have to be a billionaire. And if you are really special, you can maybe become a trillionaire. But so far, I don't think there are any individual trillionaires yet, but a lot of billionaires. So my point is, in 20 years, everyone will be a billionaire. There'll be a lot of billionaires by then. And it's because of the printing of money.
Yes.
Yeah. So for good and bad, you can be rich, but not really.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very true. Telling accountants that somebody can be rich, but not really.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Right.
That we know.
Yeah. On paper, you're rich.
Yes.
Your paper, you're like a lot of zeros.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean much.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, any other questions?
Why make you have doing this business again?
So I started this company 4.5 years ago. I got into Bitcoin really early in 2011. I started mining Bitcoin, and then 2013 I had an opportunity to start BTC China. I was the co-founder and CEO. I ran that for 5 years, and I sold it in 2018. And then for this company, essentially started in 2019. I took a year off, and in 2019 I started ballet. At the time, we didn't call ourselves ballet. We renamed it ballet later that year. And essentially, the reason is we wanted to make a product that allows normal, everyday people like yourself, like your staff, people of all ages, from children, young children to old age, people of all ages to store their Bitcoin and their cryptocurrency safely. And most important, to store in self-custody. What that means is with this cold storage, your Bitcoin is always held by you. You're not relying on a custodian. You're not relying on a bank. You're not relying on an exchange. You're not relying on another company to store it for you. You always have access to it yourself. And then we provide this great product for you to store it. It becomes a bearer asset, and you can actually gift this.
Yeah,
you can
I was about to
here.
say, no, I was about to say for the coming Chinese New Year, red pocket.
Yes, red envelopes. Yes.
Yeah, but this is a little bit too expensive. Let me think about how much.
Well, it depends. You can get there's cheaper versions. We have the ones in plastic, the Bitcoin gift cards. You could load it with whatever amount you want, and you can give it to your friends and family as a hongbao, as a red envelope for Chinese New Year. A lot of people in China and Asia, they do that for Lunar New Year. Yeah. And the ballet solution is by far the best solution to give crypto. And we just had Father's Day, we had Mother's Day earlier as well. And people can, for the first time, you can give cryptocurrency to your father, to your mother, to your grandparents, to your children. Imagine giving cryptocurrency to your children, right? Young children. How would they know how to set up a wallet? But if you buy a ballet cold storage card, you just put it on the card, and then you could just give it to them. And then, of course, if they don't know how to store it, then you might, as a parent, you might keep it in a safe or whatnot.
Now, we have a lot of clients using virtual bank. So any of the bank, you think it will help you quote unquote exchange this? If you take this to a bank and then, put the money into my bank account.
So a few things. So the card itself contains the Bitcoin, contains the cryptocurrency, so it's agnostic. It doesn't matter who receives it. If a banker, if an exchange person, or another cryptocurrency person receives a card, no problem, because anyone with the right tools and software can then retrieve the Bitcoins from this card. That's not the hard part. The hard part is actually whether the banking system, whether it's Hong Kong, US, or Europe, whether those traditional banks are willing to touch and interface and transact in cryptocurrency. As far as I know today, even in 2023, they're not willing to do that. Most of them are not willing to do it. So what you have left are dedicated crypto companies, exchanges, right? Whether it's an exchange like Coinbase, Binance, you mentioned BitMEX, BTC China is no more, but any other exchange out there who interfaces with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, they can then accept the Bitcoins you send them, and they can then exchange it to your local currency. In fact, in Hong Kong, there are ATMs. There's these shops in Tsim Sha Tsui and all that Wan Zai. You could actually go to these shops, and they will buy Bitcoin for you, right? So you take your Bitcoin, you put it on a Ballet card, you go say, hey, I want to sell this Bitcoin. Please give me Hong Kong dollars. And it takes a few minutes, and then they ask for your ID, and then you ask for a bank account. They'll transfer the Hong Kong dollars to your bank account. So it's quite doable. Yeah.
Got it.
And it's the reverse for you to buy. Same thing, right? Yeah.
But I think they take quite a high commission.
They do. They charge a commission. They charge what I call a market commission. So it can be higher or low depending on how much their service is worth to you, right? If you think it's too high, then find somewhere that has lower commission. But the reality is this is not easy, right? It's no different than buying gold, silver, and diamonds, right? When you buy gold, silver, diamond jewelries, or raw gold, gold coins, gold bullion as an investment, they also charge a surcharge, a premium, and that's just normal for doing business. No different than buying fruits at a convenience store. If you buy drinks, what they charge you is more than what they paid for. They have to make money to pay for the rent and the people. So.
And for this new product, you're not really facilitating a transaction between two companies using Bitcoin.
Correct. So a few things. We provide the software and the tools for you to do it, but we don't own a platform that controls the transaction. So first of all, we don't custody customer money. So when you put Bitcoin on here, Ballet, the company, doesn't benefit, does not receive a part of that. So you're just it's no different than you buying an empty bag and putting fruits and vegetables in it. The person who sold you the bag does not benefit or does not hold custody of your fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, and then likewise, when you sell it, when you take it out here, Bally does not benefit from that. We just sell you the
so
tool.
you are just selling a bag.
We're selling a bag, an empty cup. You could fill it with whatever drinks you want. You could a bag full it with whatever fruits and vegetables.
So what makes you have such a business model? This is totally different from.
It is. It's more. So first of all, I remember I ran an exchange for 5 years back in the early days. At one point, we were the world's largest exchange. BTC China was, and that business is fun, but it's also a little bit crazy, right? Okay. In the end, the BTC China business got shut down. The BTC's international business got acquired by another investment firm. So I got out of the exchange business, and I was quite proud, very happy that we got out. All my customers did not lose money. We did shut down the China side, and we had to clear out all the accounts, give money back to the users. Everybody got their money out. I'm very happy about the winding down of that business. But the reality is, I don't think it's all that great of a business, the exchange business. I think a lot of people, investors and entrepreneurs alike, who rush into the exchange business, they probably don't know what they're getting into. Okay. So whereas for this, it's my second startup as a serial entrepreneur. What I want to do this time is to allow people to really own and invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and really hold it and have self-custody. And this is a great solution because it's easy to use. All the competing solutions for cold storage wallets are very difficult to use. So this is easy, clean, simple, and also a very nice form factor, very high quality. And best of all, it's very safe and very easy. It's safe because it's cold storage. It's very easy because there's no setup.
Yeah.
And we're uniquely able to offer this product. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. And any specific targets that you're setting for yourself?
We sell to the retail market. We sell from our online store, Bally.com. In countries where we have Amazon, in almost all countries where Amazon is an e-commerce retailer in your country, you can buy Bally wallets through Amazon. Over, I think, 13 or 15 different Amazon marketplaces around the world. And but we sell it. We don't sell. I mean, we don't aim this for businesses. This is more of a retail product, and we aim it for the newbies, for people who are new to crypto, who want some hand holding, who don't know how everything works exactly. So we give them the hand holding, and this is something that's very easy to use. So it's perfect for you, perfect for your staff.
Yeah, no, but but I'm thinking more on now. I have more and more B2B clients.
Yes.
Selling in the marketplace.
Yes.
Right?
So in that case, for businesses, we also sell these. We also have customized versions. So we create a version where you can customize it with a company logo. The metal cards with the company logo. We can laser etch messages on the back for your company. For any company practically. And then we also have plastic versions of this where it's fully, you could do a full color design, whatever design you want. And you can have customized. We have crypto business cards. You can put your name on it, like a business card, give out Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as you hand out your business card.
You gave me one, I think.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So that's a small token.
No, I'm more thinking about using that to do cross-border businesses because now the bank is charging so high.
That's right. Yeah.
So is it also on
it's
your
possible.
roadmap?
It's possible.
Roadmap? On
you
your roadmap?
You could. It's not so much on roadmap. You could use it however you want. On these cards, you could put stable coins. So the most popular is USD, USDT, and also USDC. These are two different stable coins, US dollar value. You can put it on here, and you could remove it and send it to other people. And I think China's coming out with a digital renminbi. I'm not sure if that's going to be compatible. If it's closed network, it will not be compatible. But we're open with any sort of open, decentralized, public blockchain sort of stable coin technology.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have asked a lot of questions.
Indeed.
And it's quite open-minded, opened my eyes on a lot of things now is happening.
Yes, very good. So once again, thank you, Catherine, for being on the show. So hope to see you guys soon again on the Bobby Lee Bitcoin podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.